been nearly a year since the second-generation virtual reality headset from Sony PlayStation hit the market, touting impressive features like HDR, eye tracking, advanced haptics, and foveated rendering, all powered by the PlayStation 5. Unlike the previous generation, which required multiple wires, a camera, and a switch box, the new model only uses a long USB-C cable that connects directly to the front of the console. In my opinion, and if money's not an issue, this alone is worth the upgrade. But this will be a fair and honest review, so let's get into the bulk of it. There is no denying that this is an awesome piece of hardware. The tech packed into the fairly lightweight form factor is amazing. The team knocked it out of the park, and I don't think you'll find many reviews that have a lot of negatives to say about the overall build quality. That being said, there are some caveats regarding comfort. Now, this review is based on a retail kit, and I know for a fact that there are third-party options for increased comfort, but out of the box, it's not something I can wear on my head all day, or even sometimes for a few hours. The rubber for the nose kinda rubs me the wrong way, but I got a big schnoz and sometimes I just take it off. The tension on the headband also seems to give me a bit of a headache occasionally, but I suffer from those a lot, so take with that what you will. I've tried wearing it at multiple different angles and I always end up at the same conclusion: this could be comfier. Setup, on the other hand, is a breeze. You do need a TV for the initial setup, but after that, you can play from pretty much anywhere you can place the PS5 in your house. You go through the basic set of unskippable videos to make sure you got the headset worn correctly and to go over the new buttons. You measure your eye distance. One note here, I always wear my glasses and they fit great, even with the oversized hipster frames, which is always a plus. Now, back to the video. You then set up your eye tracking and scan your room. After scanning, you adjust the floor size if needed, and you're pretty much good to go. I will mention that you need to be in a pretty fairly well-lit place for it to continually recognize your space, and this is a bit of a pain point for me. I can't tell you the number of times I've had to rescan my space or turn extra lights on to ensure a good tracking environment. This can be a little frustrating at times, but if you keep a well-lit space and you don't move the console around a lot, it's not really a make or break issue, just something I've noticed with my year-plus time with the device. Now, let's talk controllers. I love and hate these things. It's a joke trying to pick them up and get them on the right hands for your first grab. It's nearly impossible to communicate what button someone needs to press with the name alone, and with a low battery life and no option to purchase a spare set, if I forget to turn them off or plug them in, it's a pain next time I want a game. All that being said, they do feel great in hand. They track very well, they have the same amazing haptics and trigger resistance features of the DualSense controller, and they look pretty cool. Functionally, they work great, but that doesn't mean those design flaws should be overlooked, and I really do hope we see an option to purchase them separately in the future. Okay, now let's talk games and applications, because let's be honest, that's probably the main reason you'd want to purchase this device. When it comes to games, PSVR2 has a pretty solid library. GT7 is phenomenal. The Resident Evil games are amazing, and games like Synapse push the medium to new locations. That being said, there does seem to be a lack of upcoming first-party titles, which means they're still under wraps, or they just plain don't exist. Which means the main source of content on the platform is coming from independent developers. Games like D-Day Enhanced, which instantly have you on the battlefield with up to 63 other players, or The Light Brigade, which is an amazing roguelike shooter that will keep you wanting more, are helping to keep the fire going, but it's gonna take some big logs to really stoke that flame. I'm not really at a loss of anything to play, it just seems to be that other platforms like Quest offer a lot more variety in terms of applications. There really is no contest when it comes to potential. But with recent news like Rec Room not having a PSVR2 port, it just makes me worried that even less indie developers will start looking the other way. All that being said, the current offerings are more than enough to justify the entry fee, but will your PSVR2 become an everyday driver, or will it be more like a Sunday headset? Overall, I think the PSVR2 is a solid purchase. With a few options for third-party accessories, you can fix the comfort issues if you have them. The visual clarity and graphic fidelity is on par with some of the best PC VR games I've had the pleasure of playing, and everything is backed by the PS5. Which means 99% of the time, it just works so seamlessly. I really wish we got a virtual environment within the PS5 home space. I wish they went with different button names, and I hope that we get to see more great games for years to come, but you never really know. All right, I'm Frank. Thanks for watching. Tried to make it short and sweet, so if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. And hey, who knows? Maybe I'll make a part 2. Now, don't forget, I wouldn't be here without you. You're amazing. You can do anything you want, and friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Nah.